Hey guys, Keith from the Ashland Fly Shop. We're here once again to pull you out of the fire because, well, you're probably in trouble if you're anything like me, out fishing all the time, doing something stupid you shouldn't be doing. But we're here to help you out. Once again, we're at our friend Jesse and Roxy's house because, well, who wouldn't want to cook in this kitchen, right? It's a nice kitchen. Today, we are actually going to do what my girl would call the original doghouse meal. I was cooking these other things and she said, when are you going to do the pork chops? That's what actually gets you out of trouble. So today we're going to do pork chops with a blackberry sauce, potato and yam hash with roasted corn. Sounds way more complicated than it is, but let's go to it. This is not such a big deal. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go put it in the old microwave for 5-6 minutes to soften the potatoes. Then we're going to cook them for real, but get a jump on it. It's going to make your life easy because if you got to cook these in the pan forever, it'll take forever. So here we go. So the roasted corn we're going to put in right now, it's super simple, guys. It's just some frozen corn, or you could take and cut it off the cob if you want. You can do it any way you want, but real simple. Clove of garlic. All right, so take your corn, put it in your pan. Oh yeah, I forgot. I turned the oven on before I started. As I was getting everything ready, I turned the oven on. It's on 350. It's kind of an important part of this puzzle. Butter. Just stick one in each corner of the pan for now. So we're gonna get the pork chops going here. This is my secret sauce, Goya adobo. I mean, you can't go wrong with the stuff. Put it on steaks, put it on chicken, put it on fish. This is the stuff. This is what makes most of my cooking good. It's the only trick I really have in the book. So let's get the stove going. Gonna get it kind of hot. Well, I'm gonna make it kind of crispy. All right, so here we go, adobo. A nice, good layer of adobo on these things. Really important, we're gonna have one dirty hand, one clean hand. You do not want to get pork juice all over things. You will get people sick and they will be pissed. Remember, you're supposed to be staying out of trouble. So, guess this is now my dirty hand, this is my clean hand, right? Some butter in the pan. All right, here we go. This pan's good and hot, so now what we're gonna do is just set a pork chop in there. Now, I'm gonna go wash my hands and get rid of the dirty plate. Leave them alone. Do not screw with them. All right, so we're gonna check them one more time, see what we got. Oh, look at that. See how nice and golden brown that is on the edges? So what we're gonna do, take your adobo, sprinkle the top, get them nice and coated one more time. Now flip everything. Here's the key. Don't leave them here. Shut off your heat. Stick them in the oven. Right next to that corn. There we go. Leave them alone. It's gonna take about 7-8 minutes and those pork chops are gonna be perfect. Let's go to our hash. Garlic. Onion. Probably at home you're gonna wanna use a half of this. Once again, I'm cooking for a lot of people, so I'm gonna use the whole one, but you're gonna wanna use about half that amount. This onion's gonna make me cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I went fishing again. She might just believe you. I doubt it, but. All right, we got our onions. Got my crying eyes. Over to the stove. Butter. right in the pan. All right, leave it alone. Let's go do our potatoes. All right, potatoes. So keep in mind we microwaved these, got them a little softer so that it's not gonna take so long to cook. I'm just gonna get rid of my ends. Cut it right down the middle. Using Roxy's nice wok here, so I don't want to scratch it up with all my metal utensils, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to take some adobo, put that right in there. That's going to end up being my salt mostly for this. It's also going to help the onions brown up real good. We'll just leave it there like they're on. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and let's check those pork chops. Let's see what we got in here. Oh yeah, they're looking good. Looking good. So once again, I'm cooking for a ton of people, so this is what I'm using. But really, if it's just the two of you at home, that's what you should be using. So, potatoes, right in there. After we add those, let's just add another couple of big things of butter because we can. I stole this from the girls' cabinet. It's thyme. A little extra thyme in there. Sounds good to me. Oregano, or well, Italian seasoning. Get a good amount in there. Now, we'll just gently stir to get that butter mixed in there with the onions without making a big mess on somebody else's stove. I got a big jar of sea salt here. You could use table salt, you could use whatever you got at home, but we just happen to have a whole bunch of it. So get a little bit of salt in there, stir it up again. Ooh, drop it up. You see it's all shiny? Starting to get so everything's real shiny on there. That means we've coated it with the butter and the onions. So what we're gonna do, we are just gonna leave it alone and let it kind of brown now. That's an important part of this. Let it kind of get hashy, Ordinarily with this, I don't put a lid on it, but there's a lot here and I want to keep the heat in. So I just found a lid that would sort of fit. All right, we're gonna check on our pork chops here. Ooh, those look about done to me. So we're gonna pull these. That looks good to me. So here we go, they're done. So what we're gonna do here is just pull these off and we're gonna let them rest. Now what I'm going to do, I couldn't find any tin foil, but I want to keep them warm and I want to keep that heat in there, so I just found a bowl. I'm just going to leave them like that till I'm ready. On to the yummy blackberry sauce. What I want to do, I want to take all these drippings from this pan, just like that, just like this. Get them out of there. I'm just going to set those pans aside. Put a little bit of butter in there. Turn this thing on low. Don't want it real hot. So as this is coming together, what we're going to do is we're just going to stir. Stir that butter and that juice together. What's nice is this has already got a bunch of salt and all those adobo spices already in there. Let's go back and check our hash while this is heating up. Starting to smell good. Ow, that's hot. All right, see what we got here? I'm gonna pull it off the heat. Let it cool down just a little bit so it's not boiling so hard. Turn it down. This is our blackberry jam. It's kind of soupy for blackberry jam, but it's okay. It's gonna be a sauce. Since it's soupy, I'm just gonna pour it in there. Just keep stirring, keep stirring. Put it back on the heat. Now, I'm gonna do the important thing. Don't burn yourself. Damn, that's pretty good. Let's go a little bit more here. Sit for a minute. Let's go back to these potatoes, check them. Let's get the lid off this. I'm gonna actually turn them off because I bet we're done now. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look good? All right, here's a key part of this. Now you're right here, you're just about done, right? Grab a fork. Pull one out. Let it sit for a second. Because you got to taste it. I want that one on a little one. Don't burn yourself. Oh, hot. That is really hot, but it's good. A little more salt. And because I can, a little more adobo. I know you don't know about it yet, but you're gonna love adobo. If you cook anything, you're gonna love adobo. All right. Now, take the whisk over here. Let's whisk this real good. So, we're gonna shut all this off. And we're gonna leave it alone for a few minutes. Ha! Bet you thought I forgot about that corn. I didn't. Here we go, let's move this aside. Don't want that to fall off there. Oh, you're gonna grab this corn here. Let's see if I can grab it, yep. And I'm gonna take that spatula. It's still got a little ways to go here to get to how we want it. So we're gonna put it back in there for a minute while everything's resting. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. All right, time to get that corn out of the oven. Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect right there. A little bit of salt. All right, there we go. All mixed up and ready to go. All right, here we go. We're gonna plate this thing. Take one of your pork chops, it's nice and rested. I like to just go ahead and slice these. Then I'm just gonna slide my knife under there, get it on the plate. So now, some corn. Good amount of hash. And the important part, just swirl that around till it comes back together. Just get that blackberry sauce right over the top of it. There you go. That should do it. That should get you out of trouble for a few more minutes. All right. So just to keep us really out of trouble, let's have the one who this dish is really made for taste it to make sure we're good to go.
There's no sour cream on the potatoes.
story of my life, folks.
That's so good.
No sour cream on the potatoes.
But it's really good.
Uh-huh. I see how it is.
That's perfect.
All right, so once again, we're cooking from the doghouse here. Go fishing. Cook food like this, you can go fishing more. See you later.